Greetings. Greetings. And welcome to Storytime with Dr. Helen Tinsley. It is terrific Thursday, and we were blessed to be here another day. And I'm so happy to be here and share stories with you. Hi, Aunt Carol. Keep trying to see if I can get a better lighting. So I'm trying. So I hope all is well. Happy to read stories with you. We're almost at the end of this anthology, and then I'm ordering new picture books. So we're going to keep this story time going. So, again, I hope everyone is doing great this afternoon. It's a wonderful day. It was actually pouring rain here, but it's warm. And it made me think about simple pleasures that I had when I was a child in Inglewood. We used to put on our bathing suits in the summer, in the rain. And my next door neighbor, Diana Irvin, and I used to parade around our walkways, our driveways, and our sidewalks in our bathing suits in the rain. So for the children, enjoy those simple pleasures. I remember when I taught preschool, how kids used to just love to have on their boots and stomp in the puddles. So simple pleasures. So good afternoon on Carol, Carlton, and Denny Faria. Hey, Denny. Nice to see y'all. Well, nice to see you logged on. So let's begin. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine in the stories that I read every day. So we're reading another story from the book, The People Could Fly, American Black Folktales. I wonder, is it better with this light off? No. Okay, just trying to get a better lighting. And this story is called Little 8 John. So again, there's very few illustrations. There's one illustration. So let the words of the story form the images in your mind. Little 8 John. Little 8 John, come be a small boy, say he lived long ago. He was a handsome one, but looking good never fit to the way he acted. Little 8 John was mean some. He never paid much attention to the older folks, nor listened to the truth they knew about. His mama loved him ever so much. She'd tell him not to do something, and little 8 John would go right ahead and do something awful. That was the way he was, awful contrary. 8 John, his mama saying, now don't you go stepping on no toads and frogs. Toads and frogs is bad luck. If you bother with them, you know you'll bring bad luck on the family. Little 8 John says, Mama, I won't step on the toad frogs. I won't step on them. But once out of sight of his good mama, little 8 John went right ahead and found him a toad and a frog. And he squished the toad and he squashed the frog. And if he could find them, he'd squish up and squash up a whole bucket of toad frogs. His mama's cow wouldn't give the good milk one time. His baby sister had bad stomach aches. Little 8 John just laughed and laughed about it. Honey, don't sit in that chair backwards, his mama told him one time. You sitting down in every chair backwards and you gonna bring real serious bad to your family. Of course, little 8 John just sitting down backwards in every chair he could find. Oh, can't find my chair, my place. One day his mama's cornbread burnt up with her looking at it rise. The milk wouldn't churn no single way at all that she tried it. Little boy 8 John fell to laughing and laughing so, because he knew why things happened to be the way they been. Sweet little eight, his mama told him, don't you climb a tree on Sunday, or it will be bad luck. So, bad little eight John, he's such an awful little boy. He went around sneaking around and climbing trees on a Sunday. It happened soon that his papa's potatoes wouldn't grow, his papa's mule would not plow. Little eight John surely knew why that was, but he wasn't telling a soul. Don't count your straight white teeth, his mama told little eight John, else there will come an awful sickness to your family. But angry little eight John, he went right ahead and counted his teeth in his mouth. He counted the uppers and he counted the lowers. He counted them on Mondays and Sundays and the days in between until he counted them all 80 times, that child. Then his poor mama had the whooping cough, and the little baby had what was the croup sickness. All because little eight John was so terrible he brought trouble to his family. His sweet mama told him straight, little eight John, she said, don't go sleeping with your head at the foot of the bed. It will give your family the short of money blues if you do. Well, you know what he did. He did it. Little eight John did sleep with his head at the foot of the bed because he was such a rotten little child. His family went stone broke with no money nowhere hidden, and that made little eight John giggle and grin. Don't you dare give yourself Sunday moans for fear of old raw head bloody bones, his mama told him because she loved him so. Now little eight John knew that the old bloody bones was the raw bones of someone dead that could rise and walk and try to catch somebody. But little eight John, he didn't care one bit. He moaned and he groaned on a Sunday and a Monday too. He was just so contrary. And sure enough, one dark, still night it happened. Old raw head bloody bones rose up and came a walking. He came after bad little eight John, and in one flicker of candlelight, that old raw head bloody bones turned little John into a dark little spot. There was the dark spot like a grease spot on the kitchen table. The next morning, little eight John's mama, taking a wet rag and washed off that grease-looking spot on the kitchen table. Must have missed the grease there last supper, she said. She rubbed and rubbed at it until the dark spot was all gone. Was not a streak of it left. And that was the end of little eight John. This what happens to all the little children who never mind. And that's the story of little eight John. Now, this is a moral tale told particularly to children so they will be good. As other times it was meant to be told as frightening entertainment, it can be placed historically with a slavery folk rhyme whispered to plantation slave children as they went to bed. Don't talk, go to sleep, eyes shut and don't you peep. Keep still or he just moans, raw head and bloody bones. So that, my dear friends, is the story of little eight John. So to the children listening, make sure you mind your family and your grown-ups. So with that said, I hope everyone has a great afternoon. And we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, for Storytime with Dr. Helen Tinsley. Today is actually the day 82 of sharing stories. So I had no idea the shutdown would last this long, but we're still rocking doing the story time with you, and I hope you're enjoying the stories. And to all that watched and are listening, be well. Peace.